I think the first reaction was just too emotional. I think as parents, sometimes they can't be that, they can't have that many opinions, especially the first time that they're, watching their daughter in a film. So I think the first reaction was just extremely emotional. I didn't even sit next to them in the screening because I knew they were going to cry. Like, I want to work with Zoya Akhtar. I want to work with Karan as a director. I want to work with Sanjay Leela Bhansali. So I want to work with Neeraj Khewan. So
While they say that actor बनना आसान बात नहीं है, but then it seems like that some of these actors have had their set of journey, have their set of struggles. Well, आज हमारे साथ इस Candid Chat session में जुड़ने वाली है Ananya Pandey, who's going to talk about her love for sneakers and her association with Skechers, her journey in the industry, the kind of actors and directors that she wishes to work with, and a lot more about what Chunkey Pandey reacted to when he actually saw her on screen. तो आइए चलिए बुलाते हैं अनन्या को और जानते हैं what does she want to share about her journey and a lot more insights.
Well, firstly, I would say welcome to Telechakra, Ananya. It's a pleasure having you once again back at our portal. How are you feeling today? Because today we are talking about your utmost association with one of the bestest friends that a woman can actually have, and it's not heels because it is sneakers.
It's never heels. For me, it's never heels. I'm too uncomfortable in heels. Like I literally, even if I'm wearing heels, I always have sneakers with me. Like I have to carry my sneakers with me. So yeah, my best friend Skechers. I'm really excited. I'm actually really excited to get back to work, even if it's like this. And what better way to get back to work? The slogan, originals keep moving. So moving on to better things, hopefully.
But tell me one thing very honestly, because you're telling that, getting back to work, people like you, I mean, the actors, the showbiz industry, who is on a roll 24/7 working, for them, the lockdown would have been pretty handicapped, Rojana, that you're sitting home, relaxing, getting your me time. How was it for you?
Honestly, I feel like last year when it first happened, I was very motivated. I wanted to do everything. I was doing 2 workouts in a day. I was painting, I was cooking, I was playing games every day. I was just watching 100 things. I was very like, yes, finally I have time to like learn and do this. But I feel like now I just miss being on a set, I just want that energy of people around me. I miss the human connection. This is never the same. So I miss meeting new people. I miss just talking, laughing, having that face-to-face, not FaceTime, but face-to-face,
Talking about your association, I would really love to know that, how has it, like, when did you realize that, the sneakers are your best friends, and how has the sneakers just adapted into your this go-to fashion look? How has it just been a part of a fashion statement?
I think it's always sneakers have always kind of been my thing. And I also feel like that because of my mom. Even when you watched her show, you saw that she was also took out her heels as soon as she entered the party. And I've kind of always seen her do that also. And she also never rarely wears heels. She's also always in sneakers. So I think growing up also, I've just always gravitated towards sneakers. I would always take her shoes and wear them. And, with Skechers, it's just a very flowy kind of fit. I just connect with their vibe so much. They're all about color. They're all about joy. They're all about, individuality and being yourself. And that's something that I stand for as well. So it just was a natural fit.
Moving ahead, talking about your journey, when is it that, Ananya Pandey actually thought, this is my calling. This is what I really want to do?
Always. Like I always say, I popped out of my mom and I knew I wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to be an actor. I don't know anything else. I'm not that interested in anything else. I'm so fascinated by the industry, the movies, people, just behavior. I love observing, people watching. That's like a hobby of mine. So I've just always been so fascinated. And I feel like the more I'm getting into working on new projects, the more I'm falling in love with it, I'm falling in love with different aspects of it every single day. There's just so much to learn. It never ends. And I love that.
In that case, what was the first movie that you actually saw when you realized what movies is, and maybe, when you realized that you want to be a part of that thing? What is the first movie?
It was probably Kuch Kuch Hota Hai or, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. Like those are my comfort movies. I might watch as many foreign films or, those like super arty films, but I always go back to my Ye Jawani Hai Deewani, Duck by Chance, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
But then were you like watching those movies and enacting a scene or two while watching actually those movies?
Because I thought I was Pooh. I used to like in high school, like my yearbook quote used to be "Main paida hi hot hui thi," which is Alia's line in Hamti Sharma Ki Dulhaniya. So I've just always been super filmy. I'll always throw around random like PHAT, those quotes. So I'm just that person. I'm very dramatic.
Okay. Well, they say that, a daughter's best friend is a father, but I would say a daughter's biggest critic is also her father and her mother. In that case, what was the first, the criticism or maybe the feedback that you got when your parents, Chunky sir and your mother and everyone saw you on screen actually as an actor, actually performing? Unka pehla reaction aapko dekhte kya tha?
I think the first reaction was just too emotional. I think as parents, sometimes they can't be that, they can't have that many opinions, especially the first time that they're, watching their daughter in a film. So I think the first reaction was just extremely emotional. I didn't even sit next to them in the screening because I knew they were going to cry. And I'm an extremely critical person about my own work. So I was just like, I need to see everything. I need to concentrate. And if you guys are getting emotional, I don't want to get emotional. So I think that first reaction was very, very emotional. But I think since then, they're critical in a good way. They're not overly critical. They give their piece of advice, but then they also let me kind of do my own thing.
Okay, but what has been one of the most essential advice that you've got from them? Something that actually made you think about your own work. Aisa kuch tha?
I think it's about being unaffected by the failures or the success. I think it's been about just being neutral and kind of staying a good person. Your nature should be the same no matter what's changing around you. I think that was good sound advice I needed.
Okay. In that case, I would say that, actor hona is not an easy task. It's not like a cakewalk. You get up and you just take a perfect walk. It has its own pros and it has its own cons. And one of the biggest cons is that trollers बैठे होते हैं, screen के पीछे लगे रहते हैं. But then उस case में, how does Ananya Pandey keeps herself motivated to actually, fight them back and take a day ahead as one day a day? How do you do that?
I think it changes every day. Some days I'm just not unaffected, but some days I have that ability to move on and just look at the brighter side. But some days I get really affected. I do feel bad. I cry. I get angry. So I think it's about just feeling what you feel, and you have to know how to deal with those emotions. Now, you shouldn't start becoming like that. If you are frustrated by something, you should learn how to take it out in a positive way, to put that drive, to put those feelings into your work. So that's something I'm trying to do. If I'm feeling a certain way, if I have certain kind of emotions, I'm trying to see how I can use it in acting. I'm trying to store it all in, and hopefully it'll come out somewhere in the future where I need it. So that's how I deal with it. That's the way I'm trying to look at it. But I think Sketcher says it best, keep moving and just move on.
I'm sure you have your bucket list of the directors that you wish to work with. You want to share at least 2-3 of them? Who are those?
So many, it's like I want to work with Zoya Akhtar. I want to work with Karan as a director. I want to work with Sanjay Leela Bhansali. So I want to work with Neeraj Khewan. So I want to work with Vishal Bhardwaj. So Abhishek Chaubey. So it's everyone. I want to work with everyone. Yeah.
You've just picked out the bestest of bestest out there. Like almost everyone you've picked out, I would say.
But I also really want to work with new people. I want to work with new directors as well. I want to be a part of people's first films because I feel like they have such a different perspective and they always have new stories to tell. So I'm not afraid to work with someone if it's their first film as well.
Wow, quite the one. Okay, now that we're talking about Skechers, we're talking about sneakers, we're talking about fashion and everything. So how can we actually let Ananya go without asking and decoding her fashion? So your fashion statement, what do you think defines about you? What does it tell about you?
I think chill, I call myself the serial chiller. I think it's very chilled out. It's all about comfort. It's all about what makes me happy. Look at how I'm sitting. I need to put my legs up. I need to be sitting like this. I'm that kind of person, So it's comfort is key, probably, yeah.
One such celebrity that didn't have fashion statement you would want to try, and one celebrity that you think it's too hard to try for Ananya Pandey?
Someone, can I say Jackie Shroff for someone's style who I want to try? Because he's so cool. He's literally so cool. I think actually even my dad in that way, they're just so comfortable. They have such a distinct sense of style. They're not afraid to experiment with patterns and accessories and all of that stuff. So I would definitely like to steal their style. And I think someone who is too hard to emulate is Deepika because she looks perfect in everything. How does she do it? I'm constantly asking her and I'm constantly just staring at her because she's just so beautiful. How does she do it? Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I would love to know that, one statement or maybe a quote that actually defines your fashion statement would be?
Serial chiller, na?
Okay, a go-to fashion that you love adoring yourself in?
I think I'm very into oversized also. I'm always in shorts and an oversized sweatshirt. Yeah.
Okay, if not in your glammed up avatar, Ananya would want, or maybe Ananya would be seen in.
My night suit. I have no clothes. Like, I'm only in my night suit or my gym clothes. Like, there is no in between. I don't have in between things.
Any parting words, Ananya, that you have for the fans? Because now 2021, when you've started unblocking, they are eagerly waiting for your future projects. They're eagerly waiting to see you back on screen. What do you have to tell them?
A lot of exciting stuff, a lot of different stuff, and I hope that they like what they see. Where I'm always looking for love from the audience, and I just hope that they like what they see. I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to learn. So I hope that they see that.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining with us. It was a pleasure having you here with me.
Thank you so much. It was nice
Bye-bye.
speaking to you.
Same here. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you so much guys for watching आज का ये कैंडी चार्ट सेशन जहां हमारी मेहमान थी अनन्या पांडे. While we really hope that you enjoyed watching whatever Ananya had to share about her personal life, her career and her love for sneakers. Well, this is me, Chunkey Pandey, signing off for now. You stay tuned to Telly Chakkar for all the more updates about the Telly world. Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to Telly Chakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.